Good morning.
Morning.
It's Vlogmas day 4.
It is. It's Monday.
Monday. It's a work day. It's stupid.
Yeah. Real stupid.
Yeah. What you got planned for today, baby?
It's about working.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Me too. Team go. Forgot Steve's going into work today. Look
like
at
a
this
real boy.
handsome man. You look so good, baby.
Thank you.
Are you gone all day? You said you don't know?
I'm not sure. Might
Okay.
be back around lunch. Might not. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Have fun.
Okay.
Love
Bye.
you.
Love
Bye.
you too.
Steve usually works from home like me. But today he has to go in to do some computer techie things. So I'm all alone again. Happy Vlogmas day 4. Today is Monday. It feels like it's the first week to get into things, but then it also feels like a weird week since I leave tomorrow to go to Fort Lauderdale. But usually, and when I say usually, I mean not for the past month. November was also a weird month. I had my surgery at the start of the month, and then it was just kind of hard to get back into a routine. So I've just kind of been going with the flow. But normally on a normal day, what I like to do is get up early, make my coffee, come into my office, maybe light some candles, which I did not do today. Do a little bit of journaling and tarot. If you're not into tarot, that's totally okay. I actually started using it not like in a witchy way or in more of like the spiritual magical way, but I started using it as a therapy tool. A couple of my friends were really into it, Michael Sean being one of them, and he sent me my first tarot deck. This is the tarot deck that I use all the time. It's just the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. And when I told my therapist about it, she was like, oh, tarot's actually like a really great exploration tool. I was like, oh. So I started doing some research on it. And yeah, you can basically use tarot cards as self-reflection journal prompts. Since then, I have got into them in a more witchy way. I really enjoy reading tarot for myself and for others. Definitely like a hobby now, and I try to do different spreads, and it's fun. Like you can find a tarot spread for anything, and it becomes kind of a game. Like, can you make a story out of these cards? Can you figure out what's happening? And tarot cards do not predict the future if you're somebody who's kind of rolling their eyes at me. They're not meant to. This is not like future prediction here. But what I think is cool about tarot cards is any card you pull could apply to you. Now, some people take that to mean like, oh, well, then it's not, true or real. But like these cards are all about the human experience. So any of these cards could resonate with us at any particular time, or you could find something in your life to explore more about, which is why they're a great therapy tool. So my traditional kind of my own creation spread that I do on the daily is I pull 3 cards. And then I pull 1 extra card. So it's what I should know today, what I should do today, what I should let go of today. Those are the 3 cards that I pull. And then sometimes I pull from this deck the 4th card. Other times I use an oracle deck. I'm going to use today, I'll have to shuffle it in a little bit, the Sacred Hags Oracle. I love this deck. My friend Jess sent it to me. It's amazing. I think we should all aspire to be the hag in life. And there are many hags. I want to be the crone, the hag. But the last card that I pull is like advice from guides, the universe, whatever. And it's just kind of a card to keep in mind for the day. I usually set it out on my shelves up there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull for today. I'm going to go ahead and journal about these, and then I'll give you my explanation in a second. Okay, so considered how I've been feeling the last week, month, and just kind of reflected on my interpretation of the meanings of these cards. Tarot is very personal. Everybody can kind of interpret cards differently, even though there are traditional meanings behind the cards. But as I always say, like, go with your gut. It's not right if you feel that it's right. Or it's right if you feel that it's right. Anyways, the World. So with the World card, this is whenever, you know, kind of the completion of a cycle. Everything's coming together really well. Usually this means like success has happened or success is in the process of happening. And it's reminding you to celebrate those successes and enjoying rest and relaxation. And I feel like with this coming kind of the first tarot that I'm doing in the month of December, I feel like that's very poignant, is just to like look back on the year. There were so many successes, celebrate those. Don't rush into something new. Like, it's okay to just take December to relax, to rest, to recharge. December is, you know, kind of a hibernation month when we think about it for animals, and we are animals and we are allowed to relax and not go and grind this month especially. The next card, which I felt like these were really fun together, Wheel of Fortune, but in the reversed position. The Wheel of Life is always turning. If you're having a bad time, like, it's not going to last for forever. But at the same time, if you're like in a really good place in your life, that also is not going to last forever. Things just happen cyclically. Especially in the reversed position, this card always gives me just like a little bit of nerves. Not because, again, I think it's predicting the future, but it does just mean like some, you know, bad luck may be coming if you're experiencing good luck right now. Change may be coming. And as a Capricorn who likes to control things for her anxiety, that stresses me out. But this is just kind of reminding us that change is inevitable. I also really liked, I was doing some more research into this card reversed. And as a positive note for this card, it can be that you're breaking negative cycles and to kind of embrace that change. And I have been breaking a lot of negative cycles in my life. So I'm going to remind myself that change happens and go with the flow, but I'm also doing good work on accepting and embracing change in my life. And then the last card is Strength in the reversed position. This is a card all about your kind of inner strength and your self-doubt. So this is my something to release card. And I think it is just about releasing that self-doubt. It's also a card that's reminding you to rest and to like stop acting without thinking first and channel your emotions first. So I do doubt myself a lot. I get nervous about things. And I think that that's just saying like, it's going to be okay. Pause and then act and, you know, trust yourself. So that's my tarot for today. Last up, I'm just going to pull an oracle card real quick. This deck is so cool, but I don't know the meanings of the cards intuitively. It comes with like a little booklet. So we'll see what we get here. All right, today's card. Ooh, the Hag of the South Desert. I want to be this gal's friend. She looks awesome. Look at that smile. All right, so Hag of the South. Oh, this is really cool. Every time I've worked with this deck, I've only gotten cards from the end of the deck. So I think it's not like a tarot deck. There are 56 cards in this deck. And I swear I haven't pulled any cards below 30. And this is card number 8. So that's kind of fun. Okay. So this card says, oh, it's all about joy. Oh, that makes me happy for today because she is. Isn't she just so joyous? I love her. Okay, so it's kind of talking to you like your sacred hag would, your grandmother would. So, tell me, dearest, have you solved that age-old riddle? Do you know why, for all her shadow walking in so serious ways, the witch still cackles with such joy? I do. I know why that witch laughs so wholly, why she lets her softer puddles of flesh wobble in a beauteous body prayer to hilarity. I know why, but do you? Come closer and I'll share this timeless secret with you. She cackles because she knows well how weighted her work in this world is, how urgent her activism and how needed her voice. But so too she knows how insignificant her lone single body is within a wider web of creatures. She knows how small that animal called human really is, and that this paradox, this grand intergalactic joke, marks her heart in such a way that all she can do is laugh. She cackles at the invaluable truth of her art, and she cackles at the smallness of her soul. For this, she is most certainly the wisest among us. I love that so much, not just because I'm embracing, I've always been self-conscious about my laugh, and I do feel like I cackle, but I'm embracing that with like my crone hag aspects. And yeah, like we are all important, but we are all so insignificant at the same time. I kind of love that. And then with each card, it gives you 2 rituals that you can perform if you want to. One is in the morning. This one is Pearls of Joy. And it's asking, it has a lot of beautiful prose, but face south, the direction of dance and poetry, heat and wildness. Recall the last memory you have of feeling joy, and be not saddened if this moment was some time ago. Continue. And then it's asking, where is the joy found in my body? What color is it? What temperature? It's asking you to do a body scan. My therapist would love this. Yeah, that's really cool. And then just kind of reflecting on that. Then if you wanted to do an evening ritual, a moonlight ritual, you can get out your journal and they give you some prompts that you can start journaling with. So when you feel ready, hold on to joy while you complete these prompts. Writing the story of a joyful hag gone wild. I would totally watch Hags Gone Wild. That would be awesome. I hope me and my friends, like whenever we're in our 70s, we can start a show called Hags Gone Wild. And we will just be batshit insane. I love it. Okay, well, a long section today on tarot and oracle cards, but I think it's kind of fun. Okay, I'm very messy right now. But I'm sitting here eating my deliciously amazing bagel. I fried an egg. Put a little cheesiness on top of it. There's some avocado on here. And I'm eating it and I'm doing my little happy dance. I do this little like, when food tastes real good. And I was kind of laughing and then really proud of myself because there was a time like this, I would have like beat myself up for this. Like this was indulgent food. This was cheat day food. All of those terrible words that I don't use anymore. And I got real sad for like, I remember being like counting every single calorie in college and in my early 20s. And like my day, when I reflected on it, was either a good day or a bad day based on how well I ate. Oh my God. Like prepping for my wedding, I was much smaller than I was now. And I was much smaller than I had ever been just trying for my wedding. And I still never felt small enough. So it's not like, I mean, I do look back on it and I think I look beautiful and I had a wonderful time at my wedding and it was like an amazing time with my husband. But I also think about like, I panicked the one morning because they didn't have the one particular coconut yogurt, which was the only thing I'd eat for breakfast with some blueberries. It was like maybe 150 calories. That is not enough for breakfast. Like, I don't know. I'm going on a tangent here. But anyways, I am so proud of myself now and so angry that we ever let society tell us that something so good that makes me sit here and do a happy dance is something that we should be ashamed of. Eat the fucking bagel, y'all. Oh my gosh, so good. It's so good. All right, workout has been had, shower has been done, and I think I made a time lapse here of the prep work for getting the SeaWitch Soaks going. So this is a process that takes all day. It's not a lot of, I mean, it is some active time, but it's not like all day active time. I have the SeaWitch Soaks going. It's a very small operation here out of my home. Which is why it takes a while to make several batches and why I never have like a huge quantity in my shop. But this is for an order for Knit Stars that's going out before we leave for Christmas time. And I was going to have some extras, but I'm low on moon water and the next full moon isn't until December 26th. So we'll see. I might have an extra bottle. I know I have seawater, but that's not going to work for this. But I may have a full moon water. I think it was from a super moon last year. So maybe that'll be an extra special batch. But if I can make some extras, those will be up in my shop soon. So these guys have to cool, excuse me, for several hours. And in the meantime, I'm going to wash all of the bottles. I have some crystals and some fun things laid out here for whenever they dry. I also do a smoke cleanse. I use coconut incense. Coconut is a very protective energy. Well, it gives protective energy. And oh, that's fun. The little thing that's hanging down there. I really like using coconut incense. So I will wash and cleanse those bottles, eat some lunch, and then I totally forgot about this thing that I want to make. It's a real small thing, like real tiny, but it's going to allow me to show you guys a really cool thing that my husband has made for me. Like, it's so cool. My Ko-fi subscribers, he's going to make me a few of them. I've already showed it to them, and we're going to have a giveaway, and there will be a possibility for like 5 Ko-fi subscribers to win their own gadget. You'll see what it is soon. But I need to make one little part. So after I eat lunch, I'm gonna go work on that. That blog post that I've been talking about for days still needs to get written, but I also need to pack, and I'm starting to feel the anxieties creep in. I do have generalized anxiety disorder and panic disorder, in addition to my lovely depression. So travel days tend to be really hard for me. I have a whole bunch of lists to make sure there are things I don't forget and just kind of things to remember as I'm traveling. I'm traveling by myself tomorrow. So if some things don't get done, that is okay. It is though. It's okay. We're giving ourselves grace so that tomorrow does not feel too overwhelming or too chaotic. So I'm gonna get done what I can while also trying to keep some peaceful energy going. But yeah, I'll bring you along with whatever the hell I do next. Are you ready to see the cool little gadget that my husband made me? I was telling him about this thing that I had seen. I've seen it on like different versions. I've seen wooden ones, I've seen plastic ones, I've seen leather ones. And I showed it to him and he's like, oh, I could 3D print you that. I was like, you're shitting me. He's like, no, I could make you one. So we found, it's actually he had leftover, a lot of leftover of the rose gold filament, I think it's called, for 3D printing. So he made the star with it, but this is what he made me. It took about 3 different attempts, but he made me one of those yarn holders. Isn't it awesome? Here, I'll give you a close-up. So I just bought these gold swivel hooks, and it works perfectly with this. But yeah, it comes, the two little pieces. He did print me even a yarn ball on the bottom. We have determined like because there's just like little teeny pieces that can catch the yarn because it's not perfectly smooth. It's still cool, but I use the other side so that the yarn doesn't catch. But then look how freaking cute. He put cocktails and palm trees with knitting Tipsy on it. And it's nice and smooth so it doesn't catch the yarn. So yeah, basically you just like kind of shove it up there in the middle. And then you put your little hook on it. And then you need like a little mini lanyard, a little wristlet kind of chain. And then you can hang that from things. Like if you have a lamp or something, you could hang it and then it just sits next to you. You can put it on your wrist and walk and knit, and it just kind of swivels really nicely. So I needed to make myself a little wristlet. This is bobbiny macrame cord. It's 3mm regular metallic. And I bought this like 3 years ago, having no idea what I was gonna do with it. But it is such a gorgeous metallic shimmery rose gold. I'm like, I'll figure something out. And it's crazy because it's actually really soft and pliable, but it's very splitty, very, very splitty. And this is, as I'm making the cord, I think it looks better on this side. This is what it's looking like so far. I'm not sold. I'm not sure if I love it. It's a really, I forget what kind of cord this is called. I feel like it's a nationality and then the cord name. I can't think of it right now, but it's really easy to do. But I just want to make a little wristlet for it. And I feel like maybe it's cool, maybe it's not. My other option is, what brand is this? I don't even have the tag. I can't think of it. But it's like a really chunky cotton, like a very, I don't know if it's Aran or if it's actually considered a bulky, but it's just this really pretty soft pink cotton yarn. So that's my second choice, but I really wanted the sparkle to work. So I'm gonna sit here and make this. It is, see, it's like, it catches and you'll pull through a loop and you're like, shit, I didn't get all the loops. And it's noticeable if you don't. So you really have to go back through and pull. But I'm gonna sit here and make this and yeah, then have the holder ready, and I'll be taking it to Fort Lauderdale with me as my little yarn holder. So show you when it's done. There she is. Wait, pull. And now it can just sit on my wrist or hang. And you all right, buddy? My dog was coughing. Rudy? Yeah, he's okay. Anyways, yeah, pretty pleased with it. So I now have this. Fuck, what is the next task? You're gonna notice as we go on today and tomorrow that I get very anxious with the travel, so I apologize in advance if my jovial and carefree attitude starts getting more and more anxiety-y. Make wristlet for yarn holder. Ch-ch. I love lists. Okay. Oh, we did that. We're in the middle of that. Okay, so the last 3 things, the big things on my list, SeaWitch Soaks, which they're not cool enough yet. Check the, well, I guess it's 4. Check the sweater that's blocking. Pack, it's probably gonna be our next thing. And then I just wanna find my place in that home sweater. I have the project over there. So I think I'm gonna go pack for a little bit and see if that helps ease some of the anxiety I can feel coming up by having things organized and ready to go. And then I'm gonna find my place in the home sweater, which will be great. It's looking like maybe that blog post isn't happening today.
trying to keep the camera down because I am naked. I learned this trait from my mama. You have to pack naked so you can try on all your clothes. I'm packing all 3 of these massive, like this is my hand. This one is so fucking heavy. My thick Santa hats. This is a free pattern on my blog, a free knitting pattern. My mom and dad haven't taken pictures for their Christmas cards yet. They'll be sending them out late this year. So she's like, can you bring some of your Santa hats down? I said, sure. So I'm gonna bring these down. I've made one of the Santa hats for my friend Kelly before, which is actually why I'm bringing some yarn and all the pom-pom makers. She wants a smaller pom. So we're gonna do that for her because these poms are massive. But that's what makes them fun. So I have one for me, one for my mom, one for my dad. Kelly's gonna have hers. We're gonna be hilarious at the beach tomorrow. But yeah, so I gotta get all of that into here. And then I'm also allowed to take a backpack and a purse. So I'm really something about that in there. Plus toiletries and some shoes. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, I think I'm packed. The last things I have to put in are my laptop and its charger, my toiletries for the morning. Hi, baby. But that's about it. The 3 Santa hats, they were a problem. I was calling my mom and I'm like, I don't know what to do. They take up half the suitcase. She's like, oh my gosh. So we were thinking, she's like, can't you just put them in like a Walmart shopping bag or something? Like, I think you're allowed to have, it's not like a plane. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I went, what if I have a reusable Lululemon bag? I go, what if I put it in a Lululemon bag and I put tissue paper in the top and I'll tell them it's a gift if they say anything. And she's like, oh my God, that's brilliant. This is just hats. Like, and she's hefty. The thick Santa hat, if you ever wanted to know how thick is she thick. So yeah, the 3 Santa hats, I'm gonna put some tissue paper in here and hopefully I can get this on as, oh, it's a gift. It's just a gift. So we'll see, but everything else fit nicely in my suitcase. And then I do have a backpack in my purse. I don't know what I'm gonna do if they're like, you have too much stuff. I mean, I'll have to pay, which will be fine. I think it's only $10. It's much nicer than the airlines where it's like, oh, you owe us $140. What? I don't actually think it's $140, but anyways, okay. So my anxiety is ratcheting up, so I thought we'd go ahead and open day 4 of the Wildflower Yarn, A Mermaid's Tale Advent. Kind of chillax and chill out here for a hot second. Oh, didn't mean to rip the sticker. I feel like all the other stickers came off. Probably anxiety hands. Okay. What? So yesterday's was mainly like oranges and pinks with maybe a little bit of yellow. And today is mostly yellow with pops of orange and pink. I love it. And of course that's sparkle. I hope the sparkle's showing up. I love it. I love how these colors are coming together. All right, I know how I get as the night wears on. So if you don't see me again, thanks for watching Vlogmas day 4. If we do get to chat some more, I'm going to finish my SeaWitch. I still don't think they're cool enough yet. It's 6 o'clock. I think I dipped my finger in like at 4:40 and they were still pretty warm. So that's what I mean. They take all day. Y'all, the sweater, my Second Ave sweatshirt that I was like, it's gonna dry, no problem. It's been outside all afternoon in the sun, is still very damp. Like, oh yeah. So it is now in my office with the fan on it. I'm hoping, like, I would like to go to bed by 9 or 10 o'clock since I have to get up so early. So fingers crossed that 3 hours with the fan on it, there's no way. It's still gonna be wet. Oh well. Oh well, we will come back and we will do a try on after Fort Lauderdale and I'll just work my little fingers to the bone if I have to get it finished and get pictures before the deadline. I felt so relaxed earlier today. Now I just feel so stressed out. Okay, I'm gonna go do the things. All right, y'all. The sweater has dried. It has blocked. I think I am going to end up frogging. So if it sits so that the shoulder seam is right like mid-shoulder, this is perfect. This is how I want it to fit. Like, that's great. But as I move around, I feel like the seam is coming back just like an inch or maybe like an inch and a half, an inch or two. And now the main fabric, the boucle, it's sitting like, sorry for the TMI, just under my nipple. So I don't know, it's not, and it's giving like this kind of fit. So I think I'm gonna frog the ribbing, and I'm gonna go ahead and add like that inch and a half so that it sits more like this. But I love with it blocked, like I do like the flowy fit, the sleeves. Oh my gosh, the sleeves are so blousy and wonderful. And I love like the width fit. But yeah, I think it just needs to be like 1.5 more inches of ribbing. Or I'm sorry, 1.5 more inches of the boucle, and then add the ribbing, and then I think it'll sit pretty good. Because I just feel like as is, it's a little too much cropped. Even for me. Because I want to actually wear this out, but like I feel like this is a lot of skin to have bare when it's chilly. So, you know, like this is fine, this little slivery here, especially if, you know, you got the high-waisted pants. But yeah, so here we frog. You guys know why he's my favorite person? Because he looks at things like measurements.
Yeah.
On the website.
I saved the day.
For the train. I was so worried. I'm like, I'm going to have 4 bags. They're not going to let me board. And I was starting to panic. And he got out the tape measure. And he's like, well, why are you using the small one? Because train carry-ons are different than plane carry-ons. The sizes they allow. I did not know this. So I was able to get all the stuff into our medium suitcase, which is a train carry-on. And now I feel a lot better. But we're going to call it a night. We're going to snuggle and watch the Polar Express. And then I'm going to do editing of the video you're watching now. Is that like Inception?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I'm going to post it also tonight so that I don't have to stress about it tomorrow. Amazingness. Mm-hmm. Anyways, sorry for the slightly chaotic and anxiety-driven Vlogmas Day 4. Tomorrow we'll probably start off the same, and then hopefully once we get some champagne on the train, we'll be feeling much better. Bye, y'all. You have to say bye.
Bye.